One of the craziest things about being a blockchain developer is that there's so many different ways to make money with these skills. And one of those is with flash loans. I've previously covered stories on my channel of blockchain developers making $10,000 per day with flash loans. But in this video, I want to talk about a developer who made $173,000 in a single day with flash loans. I mean, imagine making that at your normal job. I'm going to break down exactly what they did and different ways that you can use this superpower to make money yourself. I'm going to talk about all this as a blockchain developer myself, who works with this technology on a daily basis. So if you're new around here, hey, I'm Gregory, and on this channel, I turn you into a blockchain master. So if that's something that you're interested in, then smash that like button down below for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe to this channel. All right, so let's get into this. Let's talk about the developer making $173,000 in a single day with flash loans. Again, this is one of the craziest things that you can do as a blockchain developer because you can borrow millions of dollars of cryptocurrency totally for free. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that, how you can make money with flash loans inside the Flash Loan Masterclass this Thursday, February 9th. I'll show you everything that you need to know to create your own applications with flash loans step by step. And I'm going to let you steal my passive income app that generates money automatically in 2023. So make sure you hold your spot, the link down below today. All right, so let's get back into this. Let's talk about how the developer made $173,000 in a single day with flash loans. Now, before I show you this, I want to say that there's lots of different things you can do with flash loans. They're a massive superpower. You can use the powers for good. You can use them for things that are not so good, okay? I'm going to talk about several different use cases in this video, but I'll start off with the story the developer did this. It's definitely in the not so good camp, okay? This person is a hacker who used the flash loans to exploit the protocol defrost finance, causing a $12 million loss in the protocol, resulting in a $173,000 profit for the hacker. Again, this is definitely 100% unethical. I'll say that completely unapologetically, and also that I never advocate for anything unethical on this channel. You should always use your coding superpowers for good. And for this reason, we see flash loans getting a bad name. I'm going to talk about why I don't think they're actually bad here in a minute, but you definitely should not use them for this purpose. But I am also going to talk about several different ways that you can use them that are totally ethical and legit that can make you money towards the end of this video. All right, so let's get into exactly how they did this. So let's start with the project itself, Defrost Finance. So what is it? It's a DeFi application that powers a stablecoin. Okay, so you have to understand what stablecoins are in the first place. They are a cryptocurrency whose price doesn't change, or said another way, it's pegged to another currency, the fiat currency like the US dollar, for example, and that's sort of your reference point that you denominate with, and it constantly keeps its price pegged to that. Now, all stablecoins have to be collateralized by something. People always ask me all the time, where's the value from a cryptocurrency come from? Where's the value from a stablecoin come from? Well, it comes from the market. And inside a market with stablecoins, the most powerful market force is the stablecoin issuer that can honor redemptions of those stablecoins to help back up that price. So we've seen different ways that they're implemented. You've got fiat stablecoins like Circle with USDC, or like Tether, for example. And you've had things like, algorithmic stablecoins, et cetera, or DAI, which is crypto-backed. So in this case, we have a stablecoin that is collateralized with other cryptocurrencies. So you have lots of other people who are providing the collateral for that to back the cryptocurrency itself to help maintain that peg. Those are the people who ultimately lost the funds in this case. But how did they do that? Well, essentially, we had an attacker who was able to create a fake token to help boost up some of that collateral, okay? And then they were able to essentially manipulate the oracle that helped, this price mechanism keep the peg. And then on top of that, they were able to use the flash loans to get a lot of capital to do this price manipulation, okay, to where the people who were involved in the collateral, where the value would change so rapidly that they would get liquidated, and the developer was able to make profit, okay, resulting in a $12 million loss for the protocol, but then the developer walking away with $173,000 in profit. All right, so that's an overview of how they did that. Now, you're probably thinking right now, of course, this is a terrible thing to do. I just said that a minute ago. I do not advocate anybody manipulating protocols like this so that other people suffer so that you can profit. It's clearly illegal. It's totally unethical. Don't do that. And for that reason, flash loans are a highly polarizing topic in the space. But there are lots of other ways that you can make money with flash loans that are totally legitimate. They're a value add for the space. Like I covered this story before of the developer making $10,000 per day with flash loans with their trading bots. But really quickly, I want to talk about another objection with flash loans, which is, are they a net negative for the entire space? Like if you have the ability to borrow all this money and then go out and do things like liquidate DeFi protocols where people lose all this capital, should we even have flash loans in the first place? Well, my answer is that it's still a net positive. So why is it? Well, basically, this attack that I'm talking about, anybody who actually had enough cryptocurrency could still perform this attack, okay? Because let's say that they needed a flash loan of, let's say, $50 million in order to perform this attack. I don't know the exact numbers off the top of my head, but somebody out there could actually get that amount of capital to do the exact same thing, okay? We're just making it easier for them to do that with flash loans, because if you don't do it now, you don't speed up that rapid iteration process, okay, eventually somebody is going to do it. Now, I'm not advocating that anybody actually do this. What I'm saying is the world is full of people who are going to do this regardless of whether we have flash loans or not, and we're just speeding up the process of that happening now rather than waiting till a time where everybody gets on this platform, start trusting them and starts using them, and then you see a massive fallout and collapse. You know, we've seen this in the past with Terra Luna, FTX, et cetera, et cetera. And flash loans are just stress testing DeFi even faster, so that we have to go through that stuff down the road. Okay, so if people are inevitably going to do that, whether we have flash loans or not, that's sort of my view on that. And also, regardless of those things, there's lots of positive things we can do with flash loans that you can do as a developer that are totally ethical, totally legit. So what are some of those things? Well, you know, I talked about the story before, the developer making $10,000 per day. That's with the trading bot, okay, basically doing arbitrage trading where you buy cryptocurrency on one exchange, you sell on another exchange for a profit. So in this case, like there's no like loser in this situation. You're actually helping bring markets into efficiency. You're not exploiting, you're not taking money from somebody else. You're just recognizing an opportunity where cryptocurrency prices fall out of sync and you bring those exchanges to efficiency, okay? That actually helps the overall market because it makes it less volatile from exchange to exchange. Again, going back to the question of like, where do cryptocurrency prices come from? They come from exchanges, they come from marketplaces, and all these exchanges kind of fall out of sync with one another. And when you do arbitrage, it helps bring those prices closer to the same one. Now, another way that you can do it is with DeFi liquidations, okay? Honestly, this isn't my favorite way to do it because there's a situation where you're basically you're basically calling someone else's loan in this case. So what is that? Well, basically you have all these savings and lendings applications where people are depositing funds and then they're borrowing money on the other side, or maybe they're depositing as collateral for a stable coin peg. There's lots of different things you can do, right? But in this case, when the value of their collateral starts to drop relative to what's locked into it, you can get into liquidation territory. And, these DeFi protocols are open on the blockchain. So if you find a position is delinquent in this case, like you can just, the protocol might incentivize you to help bring that, like basically call that liquidation. So essentially you can perform it, you can get a fee for doing that. Now, of course, that person, their position gets liquidated. That's why it's not my favorite one. It is ethical in the sense of, hopefully they knew the terms they're getting into. I don't personally spend a lot of time doing liquidations for this reason. It's not my favorite one, but it still is technically ethical. All right, now, but the last one, which is one of my favorites, is basically using flash loans to increase your yield farming exposure to boost your returns. And it creates the opportunity to create a passive income app that's truly passive. And that's what I'm going to show you inside the masterclass this Thursday. Okay, so I'll give you a quick teaser about what that's about and then why it's such a superpower as a developer. So you've got all these different, applications out there on the blockchain that offer, passive income rewards in terms of yield farming or liquidity mining. That's where you park cryptocurrency in the application and then they'll give you yield for doing that. So, Compound Finance is one of the most popular applications that does this. All right. Things like Aave as well. They work like a bank. You deposit crypto into one side and then you can borrow funds on the other side. And you can see things like it earns, if you buy as a DAI, for example, that's a stable cryptocurrency prices and change, you can earn 1.6% for depositing and 3.16% for borrowing. Now, the cool thing as a developer is you have open access to these smart contracts, so you can, deposit cryptocurrency and then borrow the same cryptocurrency, which you can't do through the application, and you can boost your rewards that way. So furthermore, you can also take out flash loans to increase your exposure in the protocol, sometimes by 3 times or more. Okay, so if, like, say you could only borrow, let's say you only want to deposit $100 of DAI into here. Well, you could take out a flash loan and then you could essentially, start depositing $400 for the DAI and pay the flash loan back instantly. It would cancel out you'd cancel out the rewards here, but you'd be boosting the rewards that you earn in comp tokens, which could increase your returns by 3x in this case. And one of the reasons it's so cool is it's a truly passive income application. Once you set it up, and you do the flash loan to deposit, like it's just sitting there earning rewards while you sleep, which is different from something like, trading bots, for example, or DeFi liquidations. In those cases, they're both bot-based, where you have some sort of process that's watching for the opportunities, and then it's, acting upon the opportunities in real time. It's leveraging your time, like you don't have to sit there and manually do it, but there's going to be some maintenance involved in figuring out the best strategy for it. All right, if you have to change that strategy at all over time, you have to kind of like be thinking about it. Now, that's different with this. This is totally passive. Once you set it up, it's based on the smart contracts, and you can just sort of set it and forget it, so to speak. And so if that's something that you're interested in and you want to learn how to unlock the power of flash loans as a developer, see how you can create a passive income just like this, then make sure you hold your spot for the Flash Loan Masterclass this Thursday, February 9th. Inside, I'm going to show you everything you need to know to create your own applications with Flash Loans. I'm going to show you how to set up this passive income application that I've described in this video. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Make sure you hold your spot with the link down below before it's too late. So I hope you like this video. That's all I got. Also, make sure you smash that like button down below for the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. That really helps these videos out so the more people learn about blockchain. And that's all I've got. Until next time, thanks for watching Dapp University.